Let's get this voiceover party started. This was one of two surfboards I did for the Apollo booth at SEMA this year. There was no direction on this project whatsoever. I got two boards in the mail. They said, do what you want, and I said, okay. So I started off by basing the whole board out in Painthuffer's Colombian white, and then I took my PB&J scroll liner brush and some Ronan dark blue urethane paint and just started going to town. I wanted this thing to have a tattoo style meets porcelain plate style. So I did all the hard lining first, kind of like a tattoo would. You do all your outlines first, and then you start going in with your shading. Which is a pretty cool concept, especially when you're starting out and doing custom paint. There's so much you could do with just the basics. Outlining and shading. Building your image, almost like a tattoo. And then if I were to go and candy over all this, it would look even cooler. But I wanted this to be pretty basic, pretty simple, pretty easy for the eyes to understand. So that's why I kind of wanted to go with the tattoo style. Next here, I grabbed the hashtag brush, again with the Ronan urethane, and I'm going in there with all the fine details on these flowers and really trying to bring this whole thing to life before I even touched it with the airbrush. Now you'll notice here in the middle, the flowers are so detailed that they actually already start to look darker than the koi fish and the dragon. So after I go in with this light blue, I'm going to add a little bit of darker blue into my airbrush to balance out all the details from those flowers into the koi fish and the dragon. So get excited for that because I'm excited for that. Going through, shading all the scales, The entire rest of the image is masked off with a vinyl transfer paper so I don't get anything on the rest of the base coat behind this image. I wanted to keep it very strategic, very clean on the outsides. I wanted to keep it all white. Just like this. It's real nice and simple, low tack, very easy to cut as well. So I recommend this. This is up on my Amazon store. You can get this by the roll. I buy it in yards of 100. So that's the first look right there. See how those flowers are a little darker? I'm going to come back and I'm going to reshade the rest of this image in the darker blue just to kind of give it some balance. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? I did do the darker blue off camera. This is just what it looks like cleared. But it does pop. Look how clean that outside edge looks. Super clean. There's my pup. What up, dog? I added, after that clear, the Japanese letters for Apollo. Because like I said, this is in the Apollo booth for SEMA. So I wanted to put that in there. It just really makes it nice. But look how that dark blue adds depth to the entire image now. Super nice, super clean, super simple. You could do this too, and if you do, make sure you tag me.